It falls on me this afternoon to recognise excellence. I'll come on to all the thank yous. These are all my thank yous, so, you know, it's a crazy number of people. We're going to finish on time and on budget. So, I suppose when I talk about budgets, maybe can everyone pay their bills, please? Because, we just need a few bills to pay, but it's been a great event. More thank yous in a minute. So, recognising excellence. I talked yesterday morning, I spoke at the dinner last night about the integrated nature of this gathering. And I have to actually compliment Ralph Montague, who came up with the idea of the gathering back in 2013, when it was blatantly obvious, the year of the gathering, that we should have a gathering. So thank you, Ralph, for that. But I suppose the uniqueness of the conference is that we have three essential, ingredients for this gathering. And the ingredients are, I suppose, the academic community, industry, and the great technology companies that you can see here to my left and my right. We could not run this event without these great companies, and more about those great companies in a few minutes. So what we're doing is we're recognising excellence in regard to the academic community in the fact that we had 38 conference papers and all 38 were accepted. And we put together what I believe was a world-class organisation team, a scientific committee. We reached out beyond the shores of Ireland to Chuck Eastman, Georgia Tech, a pioneer, I believe, in the whole space, Rafael Sachs in Israel, and many other people. I actually don't know the names of the winners, but what I'm going to do is name out the recipients of the shortlist. So what we have is we've 38 papers, and the ingredients for the award are, number one, contribution to the field. Number two, the innovative or originality of the work that was presented. Number three, very important, the grammar and the prose that was presented in the papers, and the completeness. Now, what we mean by completeness is the reach of the papers across the world, so they haven't seen this paper before, that the authors are citing the state-of-the-art information on the paper. So these 12 papers can be applauded. All of these 12 papers will be published in a journal. There'll be 2 issues next year. Jason is here. Jason Underwood from Salford with his 3D BIM journal. So these papers will all be published. So the shortlist are, so I'll start with the students. And before I start, I'd like to thank 3 companies. BAM Ireland for sponsoring the best student paper, EDC for sponsoring the best academic paper, and John Sisk & Son for sponsoring the best industry paper. So the shortlist for the student paper are BIM Knowledge-Based Risk Management Systems, a conceptual model by Yang Zhu, Stephen W. Jones, and Artu Kinavini of the University of Liverpool. The second shortlisted paper in the student category was development of a model view definition for environmental and energy performance assessment during operation by Sergio Pinheiro, Edward Corrie, Paul Kenny, James O'Donnell, UCD. The third student paper was implementing BIM to streamline a design, manufacture and fitting workflow, a case study on a fit-out SME in the UK by Marina Macchiato, Jason Underwood and Andrew Fleming. And the winner is, and congratulations to this person, and this was, I wasn't involved in this, by the way, I stepped back from this. So the winner of the best student paper is Sergio Pinheiro. Well done. Could we have we're going to do some photographs after the sponsored by BAM. So Paul, do you want to present Sergio with his work? I met Sergio, by the way, in Eindhoven at the W78 conference a few weeks ago. and he also presented a separate paper. Thank you. Okay, the best academic category paper, and these would be people that would be in the academic arena. Paper 1, Collaborative and Multidiscipline Working from Theory to Practice in 48 Hours, a case study from Northern Ireland BIM Hub, written by David Comiskey, Mark McCain, Owen O'Shea, John Hughes and Sean McNiff. Paper 2, a comparative analysis of the complexities of building information modelling guides to support standardisation, by Megan Binge and Susan Keenly-Slide. Congratulations. The third paper, a collaborative academic industry approach to programme-wide implementation of building information modelling processes using a reciprocal learning framework, by Mark Kelly, Jim O'Connor, Mark Costello and Ger Nicholson. This was a tight one, but we had to have a winner. And the winner is sponsored by Richard O'Farrell of EDC. If Richard is there, Richard also kindly is contributed by giving an iPad. Do you want to come up? So the winner, Mark Kelly, Jim O'Connor, Mark Costello and Jared Nicholson, DMIT. Well done, guys. Okay, congratulations, guys. Do we have a camera? Oh yeah, we do, good. Okay. Best industry paper. It's difficult to assess best industry paper because maybe the industry people wouldn't be as involved in writing academic papers or academic type papers. But again, there was very clear the shortlist. So the shortlist is Using BIM to Close the Performance Gap by Gary Nixon and Sarah Graham. Paper 2, Developing an as-built information model for a heritage listed viaduct by Michael Minhane, Kieran Ruan, Barry O'Keefe, Gerard Sullivan and Ted McKenna. The third paper was Open BIM Framework for a Collaborative Historic Preservation System, written by Sean O'Keefe and Dan O'Bergen. And again, this is very tight. So well done to these three papers. And all of the papers recipients will be getting a contribution or a small gift, and they will all be published, as I say, in a journal, subject to the journal obviously reviewing the paper. So the winner is Sean O'Keefe and Dan O'Bergen. Do we have anyone from John Sisk & Son? Pardon? Yeah. So, Ivan, thank you so much from the John Sisk & Son team for your support. Okay. So you all may appreciate that all these papers will have to be sent to the journal people, and that will go through a separate process of assessment. So we're hoping that they will tick the fact that we have picked the best 12 papers. So if any of the other recipients are here, you might come up and collect your small gifts. Yeah? Is Gary here? Yangzhou? Would you like to come up? Gary, you're here. Well done, Gary. Congratulations. Okay, great. Oh, the girls. You want to come up? Come on. These girls have come all the way from Canada. Okay, how are we doing for time? 20 past 4. 5. Oh, 5, and we're bang on. Closing address, okay. Okay. So it just falls on me then to say thank you to everyone. It might be Friday the 13th, but it's lucky for some. We had a fantastic 2 days. It was such fun. Genuinely delighted it's finished. Personally, I've got to go to a greyhound racing thing tonight, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Plenty of beer. Anyway, great day. Some feedback. What we're going to do is we're going to put all the presentations up on the website in a PDF format. We'll also have, this room has been videoed over the last 2 days, so we'll be putting that up on the CITA YouTube channel. We'll be looking for feedback from the delegates, and particularly our friends, the technology companies, because we're just a little conscious that it was a little tight out there, but everyone I spoke to was just so happy with their experience over the last 2 days. The keynote speakers, I said this before, I mean, 13 was fantastic, 14 was better, 15 is just, it was an amazing event. The presentations were amazing. We had 8 keynotes, world class, and last night at the dinner I tried to describe, each keynote with one word, and I just reiterate maybe what I said last night, but I slightly varied it. Kim on, the brave, you were the first person up. We were having some technical problems at 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, but you were just so cool. And I thought when you went online that time and you downloaded that integrated health room layout and everything came in through IFC, I thought that was just amazing. So thank you very much for your contribution. I hope we can perhaps work with Kim on in 2016. We've got some ideas for next year. So Kim on the brave. David Phelps, I suppose if you've been looking at Twitter, he's obviously the shepherd. He's the shepherd. More about that in a minute. We'll just flick through a few of these while I'm chatting. We also had Claire the client. It's very important to hear from clients. But Claire the model, I think. Claire, where's Claire? Oh, Claire, you looked amazing these last few days with this necklaces. And so listen, you'd be fantastic. IBM, I mean, what a client to have here saying, hell yes, we need to use these technologies. Leon, I'm on video, so I'm not going to say the word. You know what the word is, begins with B. But Leon the Lion. But I was genuine. When Leon said that it was his first time giving a keynote, I was amazed, because he was a star in the making, I think. A star was born yesterday with Leon van Berlo. And the nice thing is that he said, TNO want to work with CITA and DIT and anyone else that would like to work with us. So that's great to hear. Arthur Kivamini, the wise man, I wouldn't say the old man, but the wisdom was so evident and really did, I could resonate with a lot of that. Bill East, Bill, where are you? Is Bill here? The creator, the inventor of Kobe. Bill and I, again, spent some time in Eindhoven together, and we're going to work together a lot now, Bill, into the future. So again, your message this week has been really inspirational. Frederick, someone used the word magic. The way he's pushing the boundaries all the time with his technology. Fantastic. And Ilke, those of you who were not here, Ilke came in live via Skype, and she just said 3 words at the end, just do it, And one of my colleagues, actually, Avril Bean, is Avril here? Avril said the very same thing at the end of her presentation, so it was nice to hear that also. And the 3 presentations I thought this afternoon were quite inspirational, to hear from Sean. Sean, you did a fantastic presentation. Absolutely amazing. And using the goggle box and the card box, very good. So you can be very proud of that. And the message also from John Hunt. John, you've been a great supporter. Where's John? a great supporter of Enterprise Ireland, or of CITA for the last number of years, so a great message. And I think, David, great presentation, honest, to the point, where we are. And I think certainly as a quantity surveyor and as the lead QS in Bolton Street, you've brought the QS back to the fore and made the bill of quantities obviously strategically important for any project. So that's very important for us. So moving on then, I suppose I need to thank the guys here to my left. We've got Ian and Martian. Thanks for your support over the last 2 days. You were great. While all around us was losing our composure, you kept us going. To the students who helped us out over the last 4 or 5 days, to Dennis, to Gavin, to Sam, to Sandra, to Tony, to Emmett, to Simon and to Fiona, thank you for your time and your help over the last few days. To the organisation committee, they were just so good. Special mention to Sean O'Keefe. I know, Sean, you won a paper, but I had nothing to do with that. But, you came up with those names. Kim on, Frederick. You came up with those names, and you painted the picture for the conference. And I think we delivered. Do you agree?
Yes.
I think we delivered. Thank you very much for your time. To the scientific committee, I won't name everyone, but all my friends in DIT, that helped out as well in organising the papers. And actually to DIT, I see Jerry, our dean, at the back of the room, and I just want to say thanks to DIT because I see Tom down there somewhere, Tom Dunn. And Martin, are you here? Martin, he was here. Martin's not here now. But DIT have been very patient with me over the last 15 years with CITA. Sometimes they're wondering, why you're working for DIT or CITA, Alan. And I think, well, I'm DIT. It started in DIT. It came out of DIT in 2006. And I believe it'll come back. Have I done something wrong? I believe it will come back to DIT at the appropriate time. So thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Martin, for all the support over the last few years. 3 very important people. Well, you could say there was more than 3, but to the manager, director, whatever you call it, not director, sorry, the general manager of CITA, Suzanne Purcell. You've been just amazing, Suzanne, to work with, and you've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Believe you me, Suzanne, you don't want to be director of CITA, okay? It's stress. So what we have is, we also have Barbara Fox Mills, who also did a fantastic job. Barbara, thanks very much. We just got a small little token of my appreciation for all the work you've done, guys, over the last few days. Is Barbara here? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. We're almost done. So also to Teddy on camera. Teddy, thanks for all your time. You did a great job on the videos. To Bernard Vortman for the work that you did on the integrated model, and to all my fellow board directors in CITA. I can see John here. I can see Paul here. I can see Bernard here. Ken had to leave. He sent his regards. And to, I suppose, no man is an island. We've got to work together. And it's been a tremendous honour to chair this particular conference. Very quickly, where I see this going, I'm not terribly sure. I think we'll have to start with a bottom-up approach. But I think the work that Enterprise Ireland is doing is well, I suppose it is, a top-down approach. So we need a hybrid, a kind of a mix of both, to move this thing forward. And I think it was Barack Obama that said that change will not come if we wait. We can't wait. We just have to push on now. So 2016 is about building a relationship with the Construction Industry Council of Ireland. That's what CITA want to do, to work with the 5 constituent groups within the CIC and get those individual groups together to run events alongside CITA. So the surveyors, the architects, the engineers, and the other components. And of course, we've got the ACI and the Engineers Ireland, and of course the constructors, the CIF, and to get them themselves to inform their members of the systemic importance of BIM to their businesses. So 2016 will be about BICP, the Building Information Modelling Capability Programme for Ireland. And we're happy that DIT are going to be the research partners with CITA as we move forward. So we have to now go and find a postdoc and some PhD students to do the work. So we're going to be working with TNO, we're going to be doing some work with KIMA, other people, so we can find out, what is it that Ireland needs to do. So that's where we are. 2017 will be the return of the gathering. So we'll have another gathering conference in 2017, and let's just do more of what we did over the last few days. Thank you very much. My throat is very dry now, I need to stop. But I'm going to call on one person. Ralph has got a few gifts. Over the last few days, people have been dropping their business cards into a glass bowl. And ArcDocs, by the way, have been doing great work. And I know Ralph in the RAI. So Ralph, I think you've pulled out a couple of names. Or is it, it's Pat. Okay, yeah. Right, thank you.
Yeah, well, part of what we do is as an authorised training centre for Autodesk, so thanks to everybody who put their names in the hats. Quite a few people did. Alan pulled the names out of the hats, so if the people are still here, the prize is one of our training courses, so place on one of our training courses anytime that suits your programme. Killian Kelly from CISC, see here? Yes, I see Killian over there. Barry Davis from BAM. You still here? Over there? Yeah. And lastly, Clint Skinner from Universal Global Corporation. See here? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So that's it. No.